It's a Wonderful Afterlife, which released in 2010, director Gurinder Chadha is back with her latest movie, Partition 1947. Based on a true story tracing the final few months before India's independence, the movie is expected to release on the 18th of August in India. Around the same time, the country celebrates its 70th anniversary of independence. The movie features Indian actors Huma Qureshi, late Om Puri, and Manish Dayal playing pivotal roles, while the British cast includes Hugh Bonneville as Lord Mountbatten, Gillian Anderson as his wife Lady Mountbatten, Tilly Travers as their daughter Pamela, and Michael Gambon and Simon Callow as key civil servants. The songs of the movie have been composed by A.R. Rahman. The first look of the movie was revealed, where in the poster, Gandhi along with Nehru and others are seen wearing a tense look on their faces, which gives us a glimpse of the tense period of India's partition. The movie is apparently based on the life of Lord Mountbatten, the last Viceroy of India, who was given the task of handing over India to its people following nearly 300 years of British rule. However, the transition of power wasn't smooth, given it was closely followed by the bloodiest partition in the subcontinent into two independent nation states, Hindu majorities India and Muslim majority Pakistan. The film has two titles, Chadha says. So it was released in the UK as Viceroy's House, and in India the title is Partition 1947.
I am a very unusual film director working today. I'm British and I'm also Indian. I'm Punjabi and I'm also a mother. You know, these four things are very unusual. In fact, I can't think of anyone else who has that position. Unique combination. This film is made definitely by somebody who is both British and Indian and a woman and a mother. Because mothers, we don't get to make films about great tragedies, you know, with lots of violence and turbulence. You know, mothers don't get to do that. So for us, when our children misbehave and fight, what we have to do is give them a moral guidance. We have to say, "Bache, acha chalo ho gaya, you go apologize, don't let this happen again." So as mothers, you know, our approach to life and humanity is to make things better, is to heal wounds, you know, instruct our children to reach a higher moral place. So in that sense, if I was going to make a film about partition 70 years later, it was very important for me that I did something that took us to a different level. In terms of the change, you know, being this unique combination means I have to appeal to people in Britain, Goras, you know, middle class, upper class Goras like the Mountbattens, as well as working class, you know, Australians, Americans, you know, people all over the globe, as well as Indians, you know, and I try and do that as best as I can. I mean, I have the one statistic that no one else has. I made a film that was #1 in India and England at the same time, and that was Bride and Prejudice, and that's no one else has done that yet. So I think that what I'm learning more and more is that there are certain things that appeal to an Indian audience and appeal to the Indian side of me, just as there are to the English side of me. So Partition 1947 is a great title for the film, and in fact that was the working title of the film for many years. All the early scripts are called Partition. It was you know, in England that they thought Viceroy's House was a better title.
Gurinder Chadha and Huma Qureshi shared many facts about the film, which were till now kept as secrets, and the most important being that the partition of India was a well-calculated political move by the then leaders.
This film is also very personal. Right. My ancestors are from Punjab now, which is Pakistan, that part. So growing up in England, I didn't have an ancestral homeland to call my own. So the shadow of partition has been with me throughout my whole life. So for me, this is a personal film, but it also does have a quirk, because what I realized in doing the research was that the history that I had been taught about why partition happened was totally a lie. Complete lie. We have been told that partition happened as a reaction to us fighting with each other, whereas my research shows that partition was definitely a political act. Right. It जानबूझ के हुआ था for certain interests.
Right. Indians growing up in India, everyone relates to the partition. We all have, our parents or grandparents have experienced something. तो partition जैसी word आप सुनते हो कहीं ना कहीं एक इमोशनल कनेक्शन तो आ ही जाता है और मेरी फैमिली का भी है थैंकफुली पेनफुल नहीं है क्योंकि कोई भी किसी की भी लॉस ऑफ लाइफ नहीं था बट घर छोड़ना या अपने घर वालों या लव्ड वंस के बारे में चिंता करना कि वो सेफ हैं घर वापस आएंगे या नहीं इट्स नॉट अ गुड फीलिंग एंड द फैक्ट दैट सो मेनी पीपल वर फोर्स्ड टू लीव देयर होम्स they didn't want to and that choice should not be given to any human being किसी भी इंसान को फोर्स किया जाए कि वो अपना घर छोड़ के चला जाए फॉर अ पॉलिटिकल रीजन आई थिंक इट्स नॉट राइट एंड व्हाट आई लव्ड अबाउट दिस स्क्रिप्ट व्हेन आई रेड इट्स सच अ आई मीन ऑफ कोर्स there's the politics and there's all the research that Gurinder and her husband Paul have put in the film but it's so human and it talks about something very simple about humanity about love and that's what I loved about the film and all the characters are flawed they're passionate, they have ambitions, they have hopes, they have dreams and you sort of go like कि आज के दुनिया में भी हम देखें तो ये आज भी हो रहा है ना तो हमने क्या 70 ईयर से कुछ सीखा है मतलब जो हम क्या वो सेम मिस्टेक्स बार बार ही करते रहेंगे सो आई थिंक इन अ स्मॉल वे इट्स ऑल ऑफ अस हैव ट्राइड टू से दैट